hello everyone. My name is Katskratchh and welcome back to Hooked on You, the Dead by Daylight dating sim. Last time we were talking to some of the killers and we were falling in love. Well, not quite yet, but I was thirsting for them. And then my number one showed up and I wasn't expecting it. But here we are. Let's talk to Trickster. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Me neither. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting?
He's so pretty. Beat it, Huck.
I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. No, you can't do that to me. That's not nice. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye, real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Kat, you're up. I'm ready. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Mini games consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I think I'm ready to replay? To replay? To play. Just in general, to play. However, I'm not great at like a lot of things in life, so we'll see how this goes. Ready? Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Okay, well, I don't want Trapper. The only person I don't want is Trapper. So... Is it listening? You got Trapper. You two are meant to be. Psych! You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. Okay. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Now get your spin on. All right, we got Wraith. We got Wraith. And we got Trapper. None of the mommies. There's a spirit. Oh, no, please stop. Trapper's your true no, please. Please, no. Stop. Ooh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Trapper, lust in his eyes. Stop! Sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Trapper takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. How did I lose in the thing that they said you can't really lose? He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. That's fine. Trapper, you, we,
Save it. It's not happening. Don't cry. I know to get this close to a living god and then feel the sting of his rejection must hurt bad. Don't take it personally. Well, do, but use it to make yourself stronger. It's not because I don't want to, it's because you haven't earned it yet. You might later. For now, it can't be that easy. Sure, maybe with one of the others, they're weak, sad, lonely. Not me. I don't need this. It's mine to give or to withhold.
You really dodged a bullet. This means you'll have a chance to present yourself in a bit more of a flattering light later, assuming you survive.
I'm not ashamed to tell you that I think you're cute. I would make out with you so hard your heart would cave in if I wanted to, and I do, but I still won't. Tell anyone I told you this and you die. They die, and then I have you all revived and kill you again. If anyone asks, I was the best you ever had, which I might just be another time.
I hate to break up such a passionate moment. That we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is served right away and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Thanks, Dwight. Thank you so much. So kind. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh, great. Terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Cat. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit the opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge.
My favorite!
Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering that what you've been up to. Hey, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like Technically true.
Technically true is the best kind of true.
Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Kat, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island.
Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal.
Wow, he's right for a change, 'cause I am with my broadaxe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain.
First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood.
You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs.
The hell it is.
Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate it when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Kat, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Mini-games consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden under the pointer until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer, while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target, and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. All right, here we go again. Ready. Away we go. Slice. You missed completely. Did I do it? Perfect. Oh, that's fast, bro. That's fast. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. It was not a success. Well, it wasn't a perfect. It did succeed. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who have been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to smash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry?
The two best things about being dead is not having to eat.
That's only one thing.
Think about it, Kat. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore.
Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? I don't want to say this is gross because that sounds really insulting. I could try to distract and look at the seagull, but I have a feeling that someone's going to try to kill the seagull. I'm just going to go with a classic I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry.
Yeah, watching people eat is gross. But try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks.
It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? Typically a group that includes one, if not more cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive.
Oh, hey,
It's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it.
I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now.
There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least, a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right?
For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth.
Vague. Mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. You weren't grossed out, were you? Even when you eat, you know you look like a beautiful angel. You were just pretending to be awkward because it's lonely being so perfect. Is Wraith hitting on me right now? Am I not supposed to be the one hitting on them? Is Wraith hitting on me? All we have in this life are those fleeting connections with other living things. Something to remind us we're not alone. Could you possibly be as shy and nervous as someone like me? I feel like I'm not. I don't want to necessarily tell him no and hurt his feelings, but I feel like I'm not really shy and nervous. I'm like loud and nervous. I'm like constantly anxious, but not shy. We'll go with no. I think I don't know why I'm trying to talk myself into saying no. Just say no. Just say no. I made it up. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. You're so welcome. How do I say this? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burned makes Wraith look away. Far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet at the same time dead. Poor Wraith. Burned, burned, burned. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone. But you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh great. I bet he's got crabs. It's about my special bell. Bing bong? What? It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell? Sound the alarms. What are you gonna do with this thing? Ring the bell loudly? Hold the bell delicately. Oh, I'm not gonna ring it loudly. Hold it delicately. It's very important. Delicate. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty. Is that dry blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. Do you think that this is like a fake place that the entity kind of sends everyone? Like, you go into a match, entity, you're trying to survive or you're trying to kill, and then the entity kind of grabs everyone and pulls them back, and you think that this is like just like the midway, like this is the loading screen? A beach vacation where you're trying to date everyone? Interesting. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads.
It's very important that we stick to the itinerary
and attend each event as scheduled.
Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities.
That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late.
Playing sick? No,
No time for excuses.
Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting.
Go, 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 go!
Are we going to flirt? Are we heading off to flirt?
Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement.
We're not going to blame anyone in particular,
but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule.
That means we're behind on time for evening activities.
And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story.
Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who?
Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well.
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss.
Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you. But you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie?
Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once?
Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You do know I love to hack, slash, and slice.
We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about.
Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us.
I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Kat, who do you think should go? Nah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Okay, who do we want to tell a tale? I feel like Huntress would have a really good story. I mean, she has the whole kid background. She sings the lullaby. I feel like she's just good at telling stories. I think I'm gonna choose Huntress over Spirit. Spirit might have good stories, but I feel like the way I am portraying her, she's kind of sassy and it would be like, yeah. Let's go with Huntress. I choose you, Huntress. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and ominous red wood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful. Her voice, the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who have seen her say she wears a mask of a hair stained with the bloods of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents. Toys she'd pilfered from their other bodies. Masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. These toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one. tucked within your bed so tight, else the old gray wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. I'm not going to join in singing because I don't think I know the words, nor do I sing. I think I might slow clap, which also seems like not the right answer at all. Making a joke? Definitely not. Definitely not. Maybe I'll join in the singing. Slow clap seems like a really bad idea. Nope, it's a performance. Slow clap. Oh. You stand up and clap once, then after a beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Wraith stands next to you and claps. No one else does. Good. It seems I'm really bonding with Wraith. I never would have expected it. It's fine. You're clapping. It lacks energy. You must be tired. Huntress isn't interested in whatever it is you're trying to do and walks off, bored. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He's the worst. He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. I don't like this. I don't like that they seem to realize that this is the person that I wanted the entire time, and apparently he's difficult to get. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? I had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Alright, let's go take a dip with Huntress.